Time appropriate greetings, YouTube. I'm going to apologize for the light now. I'm not sure how my vlog's going to look today because I'm going to be cutting and editing different parts of this together. And I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. That's all for the story. The other night, Lisa and I were, Lisa's my wife, if I haven't told you guys that before. We were going through our books because we're getting ready to list a whole bunch of them on Amazon to just clean out the house a little bit, try and make some cash. It's a little side hustle that's not a permanent thing. It may just here and there. But as we were looking through, I found my copy of Wow, it's backwards. It's The Steve Jobs Way by Jay Elliott. He was a former senior vice president at Apple. And I've always been really enthralled with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. I really have an affinity for Apple products. I like their design, but I won't go into their ecosystem. If I ever owned a Mac, it would be for game design and game programming, more so than to just have. I like the design aesthetic. I love that it's a Unix backend or BSD backend technically. But that's a whole nother discussion that we could have some other time. Anyway, I picked up this book again. I'm going to read through it. It's got a few chapters in it, but I read chapter 1 today. And the first couple sentences in this book were, some people choose their path in life. Some people have it thrust upon them. And then there are those who discover their calling almost by accident, never having looked for it. And I think we could actually add to this by easily saying there are some who are looking for a path or have executed and are experimenting on paths, this guy, to find passions, to find those things in life that we want to go down. And Jay Elliott goes on to talk about, he makes a brief reference to growing up on a farm and looking for those innovative things. You know, once you learn to drive a tractor, you got to learn to fix a tractor. If you want to not be caught 20 miles out from home, which is a great thing, because those things teach you to be innovative. They teach you to think outside the box and to execute outside the box. But he actually finishes up the chapter, and it was an interesting chapter because this is his start with Steve. If you'd go back to the page for me. But he finishes up the chapter by pretty much saying that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to have a passion. And he's like, if you don't have a passion, go become a busboy until you find that passion. And he's right. We want to have those ideas that's my passion. That's what I'm working towards. Because when we have those passions, we can execute towards those passions a lot quicker and a lot easier. It comes up with that, find a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, no, you're working hard, you're working on what you want, but it doesn't feel like work. It feels like joy, it feels like pleasure, it feels fun to do those things. This vlog is fun for me. There's times I wreck my brain, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And that's actually why I picked up this book, to give me that, what can I talk about without having to wreck my brain, without having to always reference other people, always reference the things I'm watching. I need to read too to execute. I know so many people out there that will say like, oh hey, we read a lot. Well, I want to start reading more. This is my first non-fiction book I'm reading this year. I plan on going through Tools of Titans after this. This will actually give me some time until I can pick up Tools of Titans, because I think that will be a good book to read next. If there's any other books you have to recommend that are, systems books, reference books of, entrepreneurs, great thinkers that you think can help somebody, let me know. I would love to read them. I would love to. I know that I've always heard and I've read that a lot of the most successful people are voracious readers. And I love to read. I read a ton on the internet. But it's so superficial and so now focused. It's not timeless information, and that's what a lot of print books do, is they try and encompass that view of timeless information that we can go on and see over time that this information is still valid. You can go back 5, 10, 15 years and that information is still going to be valid. And that's the stuff I'm looking for, because those things are great to add into your everyday systems, to your everyday routines, to figure out, what that next step's going to be. So I'm actually going to start editing all this together, figuring out where I'm at, finding some music, finding some title card stuff. So I hope y'all have a great evening, and we will talk with you tomorrow. Peace. Okay, so we're testing this to see if it will do a recording in both front and back. Oh, that's nasty on the back side. Oh, there. Get it over. I'm still figuring out this mount. I don't know if I like it or not. Today's vlog is really just about testing some stuff, testing the car mount. We're kind of out and about. I'm going to show some video from last night, just driving with the mount the first time. Like I said, this is the new mount for the car. This is that mag mount I showed yesterday, or not mag mount, the suction mount I showed yesterday. And we're just really testing it out and seeing what's up. And I was playing with some camera settings and found this camera setting. And oh, what's this button? Oh, can I really? Okay, if this shows up while I'm recording, even better. Even better. Oh, look, I got a stamp. Oh, we can do side by side. Yeah, shy. Hi, Mom. So, yeah, we'll turn. That's cool, I can even turn it off. Alright. I really like that view a lot better. There's a point of, it feels like it cuts vision out, but I think that's more just, I'm not used to driving with things in my line of sight. I've always learned not to. But I'm a big fan of HUDs, and this kind of gives me a little bit of a HUD display, which I kind of like.